Hi everyone. Now let's move on to topic 9 of Unit 1. Security goals, authentication, non-repudiation, access control. While the CIA Triad focuses on the core principles of confidentiality, integrity, and availability, modern cybersecurity also requires additional security goals to protect digital assets effectively. Authentication is the process of verifying the identity of a user, device, or system before granting access. This ensures that only legitimate entities interact with the system, often using methods such as passwords, biometrics, or multi-factor authentication, MFA. Non-repudiation guarantees that a person cannot deny the validity of their actions in a digital transaction, often achieved using technologies like digital signatures and secure logs. Access control regulates who can view or use resources in a computing environment, ensuring that users only have permissions necessary for their role. This can be enforced through models like discretionary access control, DAC, mandatory access control, MAC, or role-based access control, RBAC. These security goals work alongside the CIA Triad to provide a more comprehensive defense against cyber threats. For example, even if data is confidential and available, without proper authentication and access control, an attacker could still gain entry. Similarly, without non-repudiation, a malicious user could carry out harmful actions and later deny responsibility. By integrating these additional goals, organizations strengthen trust, accountability, and controlled access in their systems. To help you focus your study, here are some sample questions you might encounter. For 2-mark questions, you could be asked what authentication means in cybersecurity. Give an example of non-repudiation. Define access control. Name 2 factors used in multi-factor authentication. Or mention one difference between authentication and authorization. For 10-mark questions, you might need to explain authentication, non-repudiation, and access control with examples. Discuss the importance of security goals beyond the CIA Triad. Explain types of authentication methods and their vulnerabilities. Describe how digital signatures achieve non-repudiation, or compare discretionary, mandatory, and role-based access control models. Let's start. The CIA Triad, confidentiality, integrity, and availability, is the backbone of cybersecurity. But on its own, it's not enough. To make a system truly trustworthy, we also need extra security goals. Authentication, making sure someone is who they claim to be. Non-repudiation, ensuring no one can deny their actions later. Access control, allowing only authorized people to use specific resources. These goals work together with the CIA Triad to provide complete protection for data and systems. Authentication. Authentication is the process of confirming that a user, system, or entity is truly who they say they are before granting access. It acts like a security guard at the entrance of a building, only letting in those who can prove their identity. Factors of authentication. Something you know. Information only the user should know, such as a password or a PIN. Example, logging into an email account using a password. Something you have. A physical item that verifies identity, like a smart card, security token, or mobile phone for OTP. Example, receiving a one-time code on your phone to complete a bank login. Something you are. Biological characteristics unique to you, like a fingerprint, face recognition, or retina scan. Example, unlocking your phone with a fingerprint. Common authentication methods. Password-based, the most common method, using a secret word or phrase. OTP, one-time password, a temporary code sent to a registered device or app. Biometric, uses physical traits such as face recognition. Digital certificates, electronic documents that prove a device or person's identity, often used in secure websites. Threats to authentication. Phishing, tricking users into revealing their credentials. Credential stuffing, using stolen username password pairs on multiple sites. Shoulder surfing, watching someone enter their credentials. Countermeasures. Multi-factor authentication, MFA, combining 2 or more authentication factors, making it harder for attackers. Example, logging in with both a password and a fingerprint scan. Password complexity policies, requiring strong passwords with a mix of letters, numbers, and symbols. Certificate-based authentication, using digital certificates to securely verify identity. Non-repudiation. Non-repudiation is a security principle that ensures a person or system cannot deny their actions later. In other words, if someone sends a message, makes a transaction, or signs a document digitally, they cannot later claim, "I didn't do that." This is important for trust in digital communication and online transactions. Example: imagine Alice sends an important email to Bob agreeing to a business deal. If Alice uses a digital signature, it uniquely ties the message to her identity. Later, if she tries to say, "I never sent that email," the digital signature serves as proof that she did, preventing her from denying it. Techniques used for non-repudiation. Digital signatures, RSA, ECDSA. These use asymmetric encryption to bind a sender's identity to the data. Blockchain logs. Every transaction is stored permanently and cannot be altered, making denial impossible. Audit trails. System-generated records of all actions, such as login times, file changes, or money transfers. Importance. Ensures legal validity of electronic contracts. For example, online agreements, e-signatures. Maintains accountability in sensitive operations like banking transactions. Builds trust in online systems by preventing fraud or false claims. It's like signing a receipt after a purchase. Your signature proves you agreed to the transaction, so you can't deny it later. In the digital world, non-repudiation is the secure, technology-based version of that signature. Access control. Access control is a security mechanism that ensures only authorized individuals can view or use specific information, systems, or resources. In simple terms, it acts like a security guard for data, deciding who can enter, what they can see, and what actions they can perform. There are different types of access control. Discretionary access control, DAC, lets the resource owner decide who gets permission, like a file owner sharing it with specific friends. Mandatory access control, MAC, is stricter, using security labels like top secret to control access based on classification levels. Role-based access control, RBAC, assigns permissions according to a person's job role, like a bank teller having different system rights than a manager. Attribute-based access control, ABAC, goes further by making decisions based on a mix of attributes such as the user's department, the type of resource, and even the time or location of access. Implementation methods include access control lists, ACLs, that define what each user or group can do, firewalls that block or allow network access, and identity and access management, IAM, systems that manage user identities and permissions. However, threats like privilege escalation, where someone gains higher access than intended, and insider misuse, where an authorized user abuses their permissions, can weaken security. To prevent this, organizations follow countermeasures such as the principle of least privilege, POLP, giving users only the access they truly need, and conducting regular permission reviews to remove unnecessary rights. Example: in a hospital's patient record system, doctors can view and update medical files for their patients. Nurses can view but not edit them, and receptionists can only access appointment schedules. This ensures that sensitive information stays protected while allowing each person to do their job efficiently. Relationship with CIA Triad. In cybersecurity, the CIA Triad stands for confidentiality, integrity, and availability, which are the three core principles of information security. Authentication plays a vital role in confidentiality because it ensures that only the right, legitimate users can access sensitive data. Non-repudiation helps maintain integrity by providing proof that certain actions, such as sending a message or making a transaction, were indeed performed by a specific user and cannot be denied later. Access control supports both availability and confidentiality by regulating who can use certain resources, when they can access them, and how they can interact with them, thus preventing unauthorized usage, while ensuring legitimate users can work without disruption. Real-world example: online banking. Consider an online banking system. Before a user can log in, authentication is applied using methods like multi-factor authentication, MFA, which may require a password, plus a one-time code sent to their phone. For non-repudiation, every transaction is digitally signed, so that the bank and the customer both have undeniable proof that the transaction came from the account holder. Access control ensures that only the account owner can view their account statements, transfer money, or change account settings, while unauthorized users are blocked. This combination keeps the banking system secure and trustworthy for both the bank and its customers. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe.